I knew
All right,
that was
how's everybody doing? So for this event, please use your first and last name, and there's going to be a specific letter that you'll use for what your status is for this event, whether you're a recruiter, a career seeker, if you're an educator, if you work for a college or university, if you're a veteran service organization, and also if you don't fit in any of the other categories, if you are a supporter, and I'm posting all that information in now, and you can also right click on your username to do all that. The instructions are at the bottom.
all right. Wonderful. So give everyone a quick second to do that, and then we will get started. And if this is your first time at a Vets2industry event, please go ahead and say that in the comments, because we'd love to know how many it's their first time. So just go ahead and yeah, that's awesome. Great to see that. All right, so everyone, please accept my truly heartfelt welcome to your 21st Vets2industry Virtual Networking Circuit event hosted by Vets2industry. And when I say it's your event and not the Vets2industry team, I truly mean it. Just like the Vets2industry Library, which houses over 1,000 free resources with tons of free resources in our queue to be vetted, we have sought to bring all resources together for a bigger purpose. This event has been designed to bring together people from all walks of life, just like our military and our society does. Within this event, the demographics include currently serving active duty members, Guard, Reserve members, transition and transitioning service members, military and civilian retirees, military spouses, dependent work-age children, Gold Star family members, and civilians with no military affiliation. We have all types of races and ethnicities, religions and sexual preferences, gender identities, and political ideology, and we all share one unequivocal truth. We all desire to live life, care for our families, and be productive members of society, or else we wouldn't be in this virtual event today. So before I introduce our keynote speaker, I'd like to explain a little bit about what Vets2industry is and why you need to leave here talking about it. So 2 years ago, Vets2industry was founded due to the realization that an enormous knowledge gap existed within the ranks of service members and their families regarding all the free resources available. I had that realization. I was that knowledge gap to hundreds of airmen that I had led for over 17 years and never told them about all of the free veteran resources or veteran service organizations available to them and their families due to my own ignorance of their existence. How many of them have become part of the 22 that have killed themselves a day, or are unemployed or underemployed or on substance abuse or divorced or homeless or incarcerated because I had not set them up for success and provided them hope leaving the service? I'm sure many of you might feel the same way. So after learning there was over 40,000 veteran service organizations in my final year of service as a senior non-commissioned officer, a rank that is expected to know everything, I built the free nationwide veteran, military spouse, dependent child, and Gold Star family member resource and benefit library. And my team of over 100 service members, veterans, military spouses, dependent children, and Gold Star family members updated with more free resources and information as we discover and vet them and guide and mentor our brothers and sisters to life needs and opportunities every day. So a few announcements before I introduce our keynote speaker. We have changed our website a little bit. So you'll notice if you go to vets2industry.org under our search benefits or services and then search benefits, we have changed some of the categories to make it a lot more clear and a lot more direct. So you can find resources easier, more clearly. We have some amazing events coming up soon. So August 7th, we have a LinkedIn Learning event at noon on August 7th. And then right after that, 2 hours later, we have the Military Spouse Mixer. This will be our fourth one. and it's not just for military spouses, but please try to get your spouse, if you're a service member, to come and network and find career opportunities. There will be a lot of recruiters there. And also, please come yourself to also meet with the recruiters. But just know that it's the keynote speaker and the panel is themed towards military spouse help. But the networking portion afterwards is for everybody, okay? But just wanted you all to know that, so you're able to come and enjoy. Also, we have our next virtual networking circuit event on the 28th of August. All right, so the next one like this, on the 28th, and once you experience today, you're definitely going to want to register for it. I already know that. So with all that said, Bruce, was there any other announcements that I'm missing? They do that sometimes.
Well, not that I told you about, because I wanted to keep one secret. For my Jacksonville, Florida Mafia, we are going to have a in-person V2I meetup, probably during the third week of August. Myself and Amber are going to put this together. If you're interested, just shoot me a message on LinkedIn. We'll get all the details, the who, the where, the when. But most importantly, we just want to, outdo what Brian did up there in DC, because, we can't be one up here in Jayville. That's all I have for now, Brian. I might announce other things later on the day.
Awesome. Appreciate it. So with that being said, I would like to actually, Teresa, can I get the slides up to Lita's slide?
I apologize. Just a second.
Okay, no worries. So I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Lita Citroen.
May I help you with that? May I help you with that? It's Lita Citroen.
Oh, Marina.
My tongue doesn't do that.
I love it.
So, okay. So Lita, the floor is yours. We'll have
Perfect.
Your slide up in a little bit so people can learn a little bit about your background.
No worries. No worries. Thank you, Brian and Bruce and everybody at Vets2industry. I am so excited to spend part of my Saturday with you. Before I say anything, though, for those of you who've worn our nation's cloth, and for those of you who've supported or loved or been part of a family or a network that has had somebody in our military, thank you from the bottom of my heart. As a proud American and civilian, I am honored to have found this way of serving those of you who have served. Many of you know me, right? Maybe you've seen my TED Talk or you've watched my Google Talk. Maybe you've even taken my Translating Your Military Career into Civilian on LinkedIn Learning or other LinkedIn Learning courses that I've done. Maybe you've read one of my 5 books, 3 of which are about military transition. Perhaps we've even spoken together on a coaching mentoring call on Veterati. Or maybe you're signed up and I haven't met you yet, but you're signed up for my military newsletter and you get those monthly tips from me. Well, there's a lot that goes into personal branding. And unfortunately, I don't have time to go into everything today, but I want to hit some of the high notes. So you can go into your networking this afternoon. You can go forward in building your career. I know many of you are getting ready to separate. Some of you already have retired or exited the military. And for those of you that are spouses, you're also going to get really good information today. So I'm going to try not to talk too fast, but I want to cover some of the high notes. First of all, what is personal branding, right? It's this term that for some people seems like self-promotion or bragging or, do you have to post a lot on LinkedIn? Personal branding is about taking control of the narrative of you. It's about being in charge, being mindful and strategic about how you will communicate your value to other people. and specifically the people you care the most about. Because what we've realized is perception, other people's perception of us, directly impacts whether they want to hire us, promote us, give us additional resources, or collaborate with us. Perception and judgment and bias is one of those topics that usually hits a chord with people. And as soon as I put that on a slide, everybody goes, because we're taught we're not supposed to